Remember the toys you used to have when you were...
Stardate 44113.5. Temporary Commander of the USS Enterprise, First Officer Spock reporting. After 7 days of rest and relaxation on Rigel 7's largest natural satellite, the USS Enterprise has arrived to beam Captain Kirk back aboard. Greetings, Dr. McCoy. If you're expecting Captain Kirk to be here, I regret to inform you that he has not yet reached his scheduled rendezvous point.
Oh, I wasn't expecting him to be back yet. I was on that same moon 5 years ago, and I didn't want to leave either. The most beautiful countryside in the galaxy. Mountains, rivers, plains, and majestic horse-like animals to ride alongside other star travelers with the same mindset. It was sheer heaven. Sheer heaven on a satellite devoid of cities, technology, and intellectual pursuits? On a moon full of nature, minimalism, and love? The only problem was not being able to find an ice-cold mint julep.
It sounds like what you humans call a nightmare.
Well, why don't you tell us all what your ideal version of a vacation is, Spock?
Nobody's asked me that before. Well, if Starfleet forced me to take a vacation, although I do not care for the word, I suppose it wouldn't be so terrible to reread the collective works of William Shakespeare, Stephen Cochran, and Saturn's Zantac Raznak. After performing a complete diagnosis of Enterprise's hyperdrive system with its proposed relation to string theory. And perhaps one ice-cold mint julep. Let me explain something to you, Spock. After us wretched humans face stressful situations for extended periods of time, we tend to need at least a few days to recharge and recenter ourselves through different, illogical means. When someone puts so much of themselves into their career, they often neglect their own hopes, dreams, and desires, thinking that they will have time to do it later. For many, if that later ever comes, they may find that not only have they forgotten their hopes, dreams, and desires, they just might have forgotten themselves. We all need vacations to find ourselves again, Spock. I never understood the human capacity to spend days, weeks, or even lifetimes in the quest to find themselves.
Oh, but you need to find yourself more than anyone on the ship, Spock. Maybe more than anyone in Starfleet. Think about it. A human teacher for a mother, a Vulcan ambassador for a father, and their tortured son, torn between two worlds belonging to none. Not quite human, not quite Vulcan. How can you possibly find yourself if you don't even know what to look for? I'm right, aren't I, Spock? All that green blood of yours pumping human hormones through that computer between those pointed ears has it in constant threat of short-circuiting if just one genuine emotion appears. You won't risk trying to find yourself because you're too scared of what you might find.
Captain, I see that you finally arrived at the designated transport coordinates. Are you ready to be beamed back aboard?
No, I'm not really ready.
But I guess it's time to come back onto my ship. Ready to beam up. Did you not find yourself on your vacation, Captain? Not yet. Is everything all right up there, Spock? You sound a little odd.
Oh, he sounds more than a little odd, Jim. But that's totally normal for him.
Ready to beam you up, Captain.
Are you sure that we can't just beam Spock down for a vacation, Jim? I mean, you're so close to the same size that he could just use your clothes so he wouldn't even have to pack. Of course, we'll have to cut a couple holes in that cowboy hat so those Vulcan ears can breathe.
Vulcaneers can breathe? I didn't. I do not breathe in my ears, Lieutenant Sulu. Wait a second. You thought... I have the controls, Lieutenant Sulu. There's only seconds left to reroute the transporter's power circuits before they fuse. If I'm unable to do so, it would result in a quantum wave fluctuation with a discrepancy of greater than 7%. For God's sake, Spock, I'm a doctor, not an engineer. What does that mean? What that means, Doctor, is that I'm trying to reassemble all 7 octillion of Captain Kirk's atoms together in the right order on the transporter pad, rather than have each one of them explode with the force of a supernova. Due to the drink that you spilled. Listen, I told Scotty numerous times to reprogram the replicators so that lids are automatically put on all hot beverage containers. You wouldn't believe how many crew members come into sickbay a month because they spilled the hot coffee themselves. Doctor, as much as I do find the topic of beverage replicator reprogramming interesting, all of my attention must be dedicated to reassembling the captain's atoms. I'll give you the last word now, Spock, but only because you're trying to save Jim and the lives of millions of people. But if we get through this, I'm going to give you a Vulcan earful that will... Ooh, There. The transporter circuits are now completely fused. For the temporary loss of the transporter is an acceptable price to pay for the lives of everyone in the Vigilian system, the Enterprise crew, and Captain Kirk?